You have never seen a phone like this before.
It's the world's first mass-produced liquid-cooled superphone.
Right here is the RedMagic 11 Pro.
A gaming-centric device.
Welcome back to Re-Review, where we watch all the reviews so you don't have to. Today we're diving into the world's first liquid-cooled smartphone, the RedMagic 11 Pro.
We see the return of RedMagic's signature full-screen experience with their under-screen technology that features a 6.85-inch AMOLED display at a resolution of 2688 by 1216 with a 95.3% screen-to-body ratio, up to 144Hz refresh rate, and 1800 nits max brightness.
The back is completely flat, so when you set it on a table, it doesn't rock or tilt. And that's a pretty small thing to worry about, but it makes it feel cleaner and more premium.
Down at the bottom, you've got your SIM card slot, microphone, USB Type-C port, one of your speakers, and moving along, this is where all the really cool stuff is. 520Hz shoulder triggers on both sides for when you are gaming, and then you have, looks like another microphone. This is their customizable Magic Key, which is a slider. You'll notice some texture on it, so it's easier to kind of grasp and slide. You've got your power button, volume rockers.
The top of the phone has a headphone jack, blast from the past. Having lagless and lossless audio while gaming is essential.
The Night Freeze edition looks like it was designed by a team of engineers who asked, what if Tony Stark built a gaming phone during an ice storm? So no over-the-top RGB circus, this is controlled aggression right here. A CNC machined aluminium frame curves perfectly into dual Gorilla Glass panels, finished in that frosted Night Freeze blue.
From the outside, you might expect the performance to feel heavy, but the internal hardware is where this phone truly differentiates itself.
This is the RedMagic 11 Pro in silver Subzero. And the blue circle you see on the back is the actual visible liquid from inside the liquid cooler. When the phone is turned on, the blue coolant gets visibly pumped around inside of the phone, distributing heat across the phone's back surface. Being a RedMagic phone, the internal cooling fan also got upgraded to 24,000 RPMs.
Like, when I think about innovation that's never been done before, this truly is innovation, man. Like, I don't think any other company is doing what RedMagic is doing.
This blend of desktop-grade hardware miniaturized for a phone is truly what sets the RedMagic 11 Pro apart.
The octa-core cooling system inside the RedMagic 11 Pro is the world's fastest mass-produced liquid cooling setup in a smartphone, and it's using a real fluorinated coolant, the same kind that you find in high-end AI servers.
The combination of the piezoelectric ceramic micropump, micron-level laser cutting, which allowed them to integrate ultra-fine liquid channels, and the use of an anti-freezing coolant, which is both non-conducive and completely leak-proof in a fully sealed system, has allowed RedMagic to somehow pack this all into the 11 Pro.
The fan's on just on a low mode right now, can't hear it at all. If I chuck it up to the maximum freeze mode, you can now hear it. It is audible, but it's so soft that it'll be drowned out by the tiniest little noise.
The RedMagic 11 Pro runs the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, and it's not just another spec sheet flex. This chip hits up to 4.6 GHz on a 3nm Pro process.
And you got that Red Core R4 chip stuffed in there as well, which helps to monitor the gaming performance, the cooling system, and power some of those in-game features.
In RedMagic's own lab results, Genshin Impact ran at an average of 60.9 frames per second, with only 0.5 frame variance over 2 hours.
This raw power is reflected directly in competitive benchmarking and future-proofing.
So looking at the chart, the new RedMagic 11 Pro takes position 1 on this chart, with a Geekbench multi-core score of 11,1115. That's seriously impressive raw benchmark power.
And the final one here is Antutu, and you can see on the left-hand side with that RedMagic 11 Pro, we scored a 3,967,467. This is crazy.
You've got 520 Hz shoulder triggers, the fastest that I've tested on any phone. And they can even be used in portrait mode now, which is perfect for shooters or racing games.
Input responsiveness is next level with a 3000 Hz instant touch sampling rate, meaning your taps register faster than most people can blink.
There's even a wet hand mode, so you can still swipe or tap accurately even if your fingers aren't completely dry. I tested it out after washing my hands and I didn't miss a single input, which is honestly kind of wild.
The performance isn't just for native mobile games. Users are already pushing the envelope with advanced streaming and emulation.
And I've got Hollow Knight Silksong running here streaming from my local PC to the 11 Pro at 144 frames per second at the 11 Pro's native resolution, and we're looking at sub 2 millisecond decoding times, which is excellent. And more recently, we've had some very exciting developments for the ALE chipset when it comes to Switch emulation. Ball Pit and Hades 2, which work incredibly well here with Eden, and both are set to use 2 times the native Switch resolution in dock mode, which means we are at a 4K resolution. And the craziest part of this all is that we are only using the Eco preset. I was blown away by how well games like Final Fantasy VII Remake ran here with the 11 Pro using the Rise preset. I have this game set at a 720p resolution, and the frame rate was pretty variable between 30 to 60 frames per second. I'd say it's very solid overall and looks amazing.
We have a pretty acceptable main sensor with a 50 megapixel resolution, an f-stop of 1.9. We then have a 50 megapixel ultra-wide with an f-stop of 2.2, to then, well, a 2 megapixel macro that honestly shouldn't be here.
On the front, we've got a 16 megapixel wide angle lens, and you can shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second.
And just for the fun of it, front-facing camera. This is not going to be a good front-facing camera, we all know this. 4K, 60 frames per second on the main camera. Naturally, again, I cannot switch to the ultra-wide during the recording.
Do not buy this phone if the camera matters to you. If you want to take casual shots, you know what? Every now and then, and if you know how to create a composition, you can get some fine shots out of it. Especially with the main camera. Just nothing that can compete with the top dogs in mobile photography.
But the camera compromise is often seen as the necessary trade-off for the clean aesthetic and superior display experience.
So I don't mind not having the best selfie camera to have all display like this. Beautiful. That little note cutout makes such a huge difference.
Oh, and the RedMagic 11 Pro is now IPX8 rated, so fully water resistant despite all these gaping orifices, unlike the previous generation.
It's good to know that this phone can handle the physical aggression of losing just fine. No bending, cracks, kinks, or damage when bent from the back nor the front. This brick of a RedMagic phone is just as solid this year with its cooling loop as it was last year without it.
It's packing a massive 7500 mAh battery, which is bigger than what you get in most gaming phones and even a lot of tablets. The phone supports 80 watt wired and 80 watt wireless charging, which is still rare in this category.
So you can plug the cable in and you can actually bypass the battery charging as always, so you can keep this thing powered up indefinitely and keep on gaming until basically your thumbs fall off.
The efficiency of the new chipset combined with a larger battery translates into an impressive real-world stamina even under pressure.
I got around 34 hours of total use, and if you're gaming, you're looking at about 8 hours of continuous gameplay at full frame rates. And that's like playing Genshin Impact or PUBG Mobile through an entire flight across the country without needing a charger.
In terms of thermals, guys, like I was kind of prepared to be like, oh yeah, it's warm. But no, I mean, like, guys, if anything, it's a little bit, like a droplet warmer than when I first went and started the game here.
Taking all of this into consideration, the RedMagic 11 Pro is officially the new gaming king, as it won in all 4 tests. However, to my surprise, the iPhone is no slouch and definitely gave the RedMagic a competitive fight.
The consensus is clear. The RedMagic 11 Pro is an engineering marvel designed to maximize performance above all else. Its world-dealing liquid cooling system and advanced vapor chamber ensure that the monstrous Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 can run constantly at its peak. Coupled with its largest battery in the gaming phone segment and a pure, uninterrupted AMOLED display, the 11 Pro delivers a relentless competitive advantage that its rivals simply can't match.
Moreover, the RedMagic will soon get native 90 frames per second, and I'm 100% positive it will also run the game at 90 frames per second flawlessly.
The RedMagic 11 Pro is pure performance energy, with powerful Snapdragon Elite performance, a stunning bright AMOLED display, futuristic design, and an advanced cooling system that's basically an air conditioner for your phone.
So who should buy this phone? If you're a hardcore mobile gamer, the integrated 520Hz triggers and 144Hz screen and the proprietary cooling system provide an unmatched competitive edge. If you're the emulation enthusiast, the raw power of the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and its consistent thermal handling makes advanced emulation finally achievable even at 4K resolutions. And if you're the luxury media consumer, the massive battery, IPX8 rating, 3.5mm headphone jack, and completely uninterrupted full screen display make this a surprisingly strong choice for media consumption, provided you can accept the camera caveats. Thanks very much for watching this ultimate roundup review of the RedMagic 11 Pro, and come back for more re-reviews where we watch older reviews so you don't have to.